Prapanarti harang harim. Can you understand what this means? Prapanna means one who has surrendered to the Lord. Arti, here we often think of the word arti as the worship in the temple. Actually, that's not a Sanskrit word. That's a shortened form of the Sanskrit word aratrika. Now, arti means distress. Prapanati haram, he who takes away the distress of those who are surrendered to him. Therefore his name is Hari. Anugrahaya bhaktanam, to show anugraha, kindness to his devotees. Anurupatma darshanam, he manifests himself, he shows himself to the devotees in forms particularly as they desire or as is suitable to the circumstances. For instance, as and when required, he took the form of a giant fish to enjoy some pastimes with Satyavrata Muni. He took the form of a tortoise to enable the churning, the samudra mantana, the churning of the ocean. According to the need of the circumstance, he appeared as a fearsome lion-come-man form. What does God look like? He looks like a lion. Some will say, no, I saw him. He looks like a fish. Someone said, no, he looks like a boar. And someone said, well, he looks like a human, but he has 4 hands and a blackish blue complexion. So, no, I saw him holding a flute with 2 hands. What does he look like? And what do you mean, what does he look like? I saw him in the form of Mohini, female form. How about that? What will the doctor say? And he's Dhanvantari. He's the inaugurator of the medical science. And some will say, well, I'm not quite sure because I saw he was a very little boy. Then all of a sudden he became so big. Is he big or is he small? He's both big and small. Where is he? Ito nrsinghaf parato, he's here, he's there. He takes various forms in various situations to enjoy various pastimes and to fulfill the desires of his devotees. Now, don't think I'm a devotee and I desire to have more money than Anil Ambani, because then you don't call. He doesn't appear. Generally speaking, he can do if he likes, but he doesn't appear at the whim of materialistic devotees. He appears for devotees like Prahlad, Ambarish. We may say, well, he appeared for Dhruva. Dhruva had a material desire. That's true. But of course, Dhruva had taken shelter of Narada Muni and was very seriously practicing devotional service. Another commentator in the Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya by the name of Sri V.V. Ramanujan, he quotes from Narmalava's Pasurams, the prayers of Narmalava, which this is from Tiruvayamoli, that declare this quality of the Supreme Lord. I'm just giving the translation, I won't try to read the Tamil. That the Supreme Lord, Bhagavan, takes various incarnations or avatars according to the need of the circumstance. He doesn't think what form he has, whatever, he doesn't consider that maybe people will not appreciate if I'm in the form of a boar or a fish. We find in the 8th canto of Bhagavatam, even Parikshit Maharaj expressed to Shukadev surprise that the Supreme Lord had taken the form of a fish, which is really low in the terms of species. It's first of all listed, Jalaja Navalakshani. The lowest of all is the water, the species in the water. So how is it that the Supreme Lord took the form of a fish? But he doesn't consider. It's needed. I have to do what I have to do to protect my devotees. So he takes that form. But in all these forms, when he's in the form of a fish, or a turtle, or a pig form, he's not an ordinary fish or turtle or hog. He's always fully decorated with all his transcendental, auspicious qualities. And by meditating on those forms, the devotees gain release from this material world to perform service for him in the spiritual world. And in another sense, he also makes it more difficult for those who are opposed to Godhead to attain him. Because they may criticize, what is this, in the form of a fish, in the form of a pig? They cannot appreciate. He doesn't have any hesitation. He doesn't mind taking various forms. If we were told, now in your next life you become a fish, you become a pig, I think, oh no, I am. But he doesn't. He's always he's Atmaram. He's fully satisfied in his own existence. Then another quotation from Tiruvayamoli. The Lord lies on Adishesha in the milk ocean. Very happy there. And he's served by all his devotees, praising him, with all jewelry adorning him. He's being praised according to his various qualities, for being so powerful, for being so beautiful. And he's praised also for taking various forms as Para, Vyuha, the various, in Pancharatric descriptions, the Lord manifests himself in 5 principal ways. Para is the original form in the spiritual world. Vyuha are we've heard of Chatur Vyuha, the 4 expansions in the spiritual world, Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna and Aniruddha. Vibhava forms are the 24 and then expanded more expansions of Narayan presiding over the Vaikuntha planets, who are named according to the position of the Shankha Chakra Gada Padma, according to the position of the conch, the disc, the club, and the lotus. So he has his various names in these 24 forms. Antaryami means he resides in the heart of every living being. How many living beings are there in this one small Brahmanda? We happen to be living in the smallest of all innumerable Brahmandas, or individual universes. But Eta Brahmanda Bhari Ananta Jivagan. Again the word is used, Ananta. Unlimited. There are unlimited jivas in this world, just in this one Brahmanda. And he, that means in the forms of fish, insects, snakes, birds, humans, demigods, trees, germs, monkeys, and so on and so on. And he resides in the heart of every one of them as Antaryami, so in the indweller. So in this way, even if we just take this one small Brahmanda, he is manifesting innumerable forms just in this one small Brahmanda. And then another form, according to the Pancharatric texts, another type of form, we're talking about categories of forms now, is the Archa Vigraha, the deity form of the Lord, which he assumes. He appears in this material world to accept worship. So all these forms are taken by Bhagavan for the sake of being Bhagavan. He has things to do, and they're all done in relation to his especially the devotees see, especially in terms of his interaction with his devotees. Shankaracharya has also made his commentary on Vishnu Sahasranama, and his interpretation of this name can be understood from a Vaishnava perspective, but it's verging on his Advaitic leanings. Ananta rupani asya vishva prapancha rupena stitasya iti ananta rupaha. Shankara says that there are within the universe unlimited forms, so all of them are forms of Vishnu. So in one sense that's true. Everything that exists is in one sense Krishna, because he pervades and supports everything. Maya tatamidam sarvam jagadavyakta murtina matsthani sarva bhutani nachahang teshvavastitaha. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that this whole universe is as if it's a form of his, but it's not his fully manifested form, and he supports everything within it. So he's in it and not in it, but in one sense everything can be seen as a manifestation of Krishna, inasmuch as everything is dependent on Krishna, everything is manifested from Krishna. So in one sense we can see everything as Krishna. Yomam pashyati sarvatra sarvang chamai pashyati tasyahang na pranashyami sachame na pranashyati. Krishna says that one who sees me everywhere and everything in me, to such a person I am never lost and he is never lost to me. So we can see God everywhere, in everything, manifest as everything, but not as the Advaitavadis do, thinking that everything is directly and completely the Supreme Lord. Is the sound level changing? How is that? What's going on? Just, okay, it's okay now. No one's adjusting it, it's just automatic, is it? Maybe I'm imagining it. So another meaning of Ananta is that which has no end. So if we say Anta means end, Ananta means without end, so that can mean unlimited in terms of numbers, and it can also mean literally in terms of time. So his form never decays. Ajopi san avyayatma. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, he often uses the word avyaya in Bhagavad Gita in relation to himself. The forms in this material world, they're all subject to destruction. Krishna's form is not subject to destruction. So it's never ending. Never ending in terms of time. In terms of his being Ananta, another... What's going on here? Any idea? Maybe turn it down a little bit? Would that help? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Another consideration of the name Ananta Rupa is in terms of the Vishvarupa, the universal form that he showed to Arjuna famously in Bhagavad Gita and to others at different times also. We find the description given by Sanjay in the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, describing the Vishvarupa. Aneka Vaktranayanam, Aneka Adbhuta Darshanam, Aneka Divya Bharanam. Aneka means not one, it means many. Srila Prabhupada, in his translation, following previous acharyas, has translated this as unlimited. Unlimited mouths, unlimited eyes, unlimited adbhuta darshanam. Wonderful things are seen in that universal form. Unlimited divine ornaments. Then Arjuna, after seeing this universal form, prayed to Krishna, Twamadi Deva Purusha Puranas, Tvam Asya Vishvasya Param Nidhanam, Vetasi Vedang Chaparang Chadhama, Tvayatatang Vishvam Ananta Rupa. So we see the Ananta Rupa. Krishna is addressed by Arjuna as Ananta Rupa. Srila Prabhupada's translation of this verse. You are the original personality of Godhead, the oldest, the ultimate sanctuary of this manifested cosmic world. You are the knower of everything, and you are all that is knowable. You are the supreme refuge above the material modes, O limitless form. This whole cosmic manifestation is pervaded by you. So here Srila Prabhupada translates Ananta Rupa as he who has limitless form. Also, this term or name Ananta Rupa comes up in another well-known verse from Brahma Samhita. Advaitam achutam anadim anantarupam adyang purana purusham navayovanam cha vedeshu durlabham durlabham atma bhaktau govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. Brahma offers his prayers to Govinda, the original person, who is one, specifically not two. You can say one as Eka, but here it said Advaitam, not two. Achutam, he doesn't slip or fall down. Anadi, without beginning. So although he's one, Anantarupam, he has limitless forms. He's the original, the oldest person, but yet he still appears as a fresh young youth. Very difficult to find in the Vedas, but very easy to be found by his devotees. Satyasanda Tirtha, a relatively recent Madhva Sampradaya commentator, also takes the word Ananta in this context in the sense of everlasting, permanent, that which will never decay, age, or in any way undergo any change of any kind. Anashani rupani yasya sa ananta rupaha. So nasha means that which is subject, or that which is going to be destroyed, and anasha means that which never decays or destroys. So he has countless forms that are everlasting, permanent, eternal forms. And some he manifests just in this world, temporary forms. Radha Krishna Shastri, another commentator, refers in this context to the Kaivalya Upanishad. Achintyam avyaktam ananta rupam. Inconceivable, or cannot. Achinta doesn't mean totally inconceivable. There has to be some conception of him. But we cannot fully grasp all his glories. And avyakta, he's not manifest. But yet he's manifest. But he's unmanifest. Nahang prakasha sarvasya yogamaya samavrita. Murho yang na bijanati. The fools, they cannot see him. But he has ananta rupa. Those who have the eyes can see him everywhere. Another 20th century commentator, Satyadeva Vashishta, quotes from the Rig Veda to bring out the meaning of this name Anantarupa. Sambahu bhyam dhamati sampattatrayadvai vyava bhumi janayan deva ekaha. He has eyes all around, also mouths on all sides, arms and feet on one side. He is one. He produces the earth and the heavens, keeps them all together with his arms as his wings. Madhvacharya, I'm going to quote him, giving an example of Lord Vamana. Varahe vamapadang tu tadanyesho tu dakshinam padang kalpeshu bhagavan ujjahara trivikramaha. This is referring to the Vamana avatar. If you see Vamana Dev and Bali Maharaj is looking down at him, little boy, Bali Maharaj, big strong Kshatriya, he has to, very reverently, but he has to look down. So if we say he's unlimited, well, he doesn't look unlimited, he looks very small. But then he has to take 3 steps. So first he goes up on his right foot, and then his left foot is going to come down just in front of his right foot. Not exactly, because his left foot and his whole body starts growing and growing and growing and growing until his left foot touches the edge of the universe. Thus he became known as Trivikram. He performed 3 heroic deeds, 3 heroic steps. So there's an example of him being unlimited. Baladev Vidyabhushan, our Gauriya Vaishnav commentator, is explaining this series of names in terms that we're currently covering in Vishnu Sahasranam. He explains them in terms of the Brahma-vimohana leela, in which Lord Brahma stole the calves and the cowherd boys accompanying Krishna. So Baladev explains that this Ananta Rupa means that Krishna had so many calves and cowherd boys, and he expanded himself into those forms. Then Brahma saw that all of them were Vishnu forms, and they were all being praised by unlimited Shivas and Brahmas and others. In this regard, Baladev Vidyabhushan quotes from the Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, chapter 13, text 19. Yavad vatsapa vatsakalpaka vapur yavat karangriyadikam yavad yashti vishana venu dala shig yavad vibhushambaram yavad chila guna bidhakriti vayo yavad viharadikam sarvang vishnumayam gironga vad aja sarvaswarupo babhau. As many bodies as there were of calves and cowherd boys, Krishna expanded himself into that. But not only into the bodies of the calves and the cowherd boys, he also expanded. Their hands, their legs were covered with clothing. They had sticks, horns, flutes, ropes. They all had, so he expanded himself, Krishna also has the ropes, the horns, the flutes, and with each form that he expanded, it wasn't like all the cowherd boys forms that Krishna took were like robots, but he accepted their particular temperaments, their qualities, their names, their particular specific forms, the way they played, their age. He manifested himself exactly like each of the cowherd boys. Thus, he made tangible the Vedic statement from the Mahanarayana Upanishad. Ajayamano bahuda vijayate. The unborn Supreme Person appears in many forms. Bahudaha. The calves were also innumerable, as spoken by Shukadev. Krishna Vatsair Asankhyatar Yuti Krityasva Vatsakan. The cowherd boys herded their own calves along with Krishna's innumerable calves. So Krishna has innumerable forms, and even to describe one of them would take unlimited time. Here we have limited time, so I'll finish my description there. Thank you for kindly listening. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Dante nidaya charnakang padayane patyakritva chakakushatam etad. Aham bravimi hey sadhava sakala eva vihaya durad gauranga chandra charane kurutanuraga parivadatu jano yata tata va nanumukaruna vayang vicharayamaha hari rasamadira madati mata bhuvi vilokama nartam nirvishama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.